Hello Terra Mystica fans, it's Ejay here. Let's join me a few weeks ago as I prepared to leave for a trip to Montreal. Good morning, it is 5:50 AM out in the countryside out in England, and I'm in my car on the way to Heathrow Airport, London, to catch a flight to go to Canada. I'm feeling, I've only just woken up, so I'm not feeling much of anything. I'm feeling the dread of I've left the house and have I remembered everything. I've definitely got my passport, so that's the main thing. But I'm feeling excited for Terra Mysticon, man. Excitement's been building the last few weeks and days. I've been very busy, but I'm just looking forward to seeing everyone getting out there. A little bit sad to be going. I'm obviously leaving home for a few days, leaving my wife and my cat behind, which is always a bit sad, but let's do it. Let's get a plane. Let's go to Canada for 4 nights. Why not?
Vite mes pieds pour la traversée, des très bonnes conditions de vol aujourd'hui. Météo à Montréal, ciel dégagé, température autour de 20 degrés pour arriver confortablement. C'est la totalité de l'équipage aujourd'hui qu'on vous souhaite une très belle envolée. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, from flight deck captain, welcome aboard flight 867 service to Montreal. My name is Martin William. On behalf of my whole crew, welcome you on board. We're almost ready to go. All bag have been boarded now. We're going to be on the way really soon for our flight. About 6 hours 20 in the air today. A bit shorter than the usual. Weather in Montreal is going to be a clear sky and 20 degrees Celsius at our arrival time. So for now, sit back, relax, enjoy the hospitality of a wonderful crew this morning, and have a good flight.
Okay, we're down. It has a cool little immigration thing. You pre-scan your passport, and then it's a quick chat with the immigration officer, not like the long lines in America. And it says welcome to Canada everywhere. I had a little issue with my I couldn't get my eSIM to work, but it seems to be working now, so all good. You join me now in Montreal, live in the city in Parc Fontaine for the tennis showdown of the ages. It's Clabo versus Terrasteel on the court.
If you want to keep rallying, that's fine. You're going to beat me 6-2 or something, but yeah.
It's the start of the game. Who's going to win?
What is it?
M for McIntyre.
What are you going to choose? I'll take serve. I promise you don't want to use that ball. Don't mess it up.
Terrasteel to serve. The pencil bow tennis match to begin.
Both sides?
Oh, out. Love 15. Oh, a ripping forehand from Clabo. I mean, I can't just talk about tennis the whole time, but Clabo has an amazing serve. It's got to be said. He is a man of many talents. Just played a rally. I've not played tennis in 15 years. It's exhausting. These boys are going at it. Oh, that's a shot. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so to recap what happened, it's the evening now. So earlier on I landed plane landed and got off the plane to see some messages from Claybo and Terra Steel, both saying, "Are you at the airport?" "We're at the airport." And so I hooked up with them in the or just outside arrivals, which was real nice. And then we got the bus into town together, got some Mexican food, and then they were itching to finally play each other at tennis. So I witnessed the epic showdown of Claybo versus Terra Steel at tennis. And then I've just been back, got into my Airbnb up in Vieux Rosemont, is that the area? And now came back. I'm now on the corner of the park again. Just had poutine, man, so good, from La Banquise. Got takeout and just sat on the street with a beer, haven't finished my poutine. It's pretty glorious. Montreal is pretty good. It seems pretty awesome so far. And so yeah, got this evening, then looking forward to the convention tomorrow. I am in an hour, I'm due to go and meet some more folks and meeting up at a board game cafe over towards town a little bit, so I'm going to go and do that. So might record something there, might not, but main thing is looking forward to tomorrow and getting the convention going. Happily settled in Montreal. Yeah, sorry, just to add, Clay said it earlier when we were talking, this really feels like a big deal. Like, it feels like something quite amazing is happening, with loads of people coming together and meeting up. It feels like really something special, this. I hope the convention feels the same, but to be honest, even if it's not, what has happened already just seems so good. So yeah, this is a cool thing, man. Phil the Airbnb cat chattering away in the middle of the night, waking me up. He was a good cat though. Morning. It is Thursday morning, 11 a.m. I am somewhere I was quite interested to come and see. I'm on the Ile Notre Dame, which is where the Montreal Canadian Formula 1 Grand Prix is held every year. I don't actually watch Formula 1 that much. The last few years I've sort of grown out of love, but as a little boy I would be watching it every weekend, loving it. So this was always one of the best races, the Canadian race. So I was keen to come to this little park. It's a really beautiful area in the river, little island. Unfortunately, so normally most of the year you can cycle on the circuit, and they sort of close it off and let people on bikes go around, but it's actually closed for maintenance. Which I did know in advance. I did Google it before coming, so I was expecting that. But yeah, that means I can't actually go on the track. You can probably hear in the background there's maintenance going on. But I'm going to go and have a look around, see where, try and get down to the pits and the Wall of Champions where Michael Schumacher crashed back in the day. So yeah, that's today, but next is the convention. So in 3 hours, got to get back across the river downtown to Sidley to see all the hard work that the organisers have been doing, getting ready. So yeah, excited for that. The last night after my poutine, went down to Randolph Games and met Bowser. I'm going to forget people. Met Bowser, the AKM, Simon Bay, Alex, Lady Gaga, and we played Camel Up in the board game cafe, which is good fun, good laugh. I like the sort of dawning realization of the chaos when you see people playing Camel Up for the first time. and then the crazy camels start going the wrong way, and then we had a stack of all 5 coloured camels on top of each other at one point. Very good. Their smashed us, but yeah, he was very good, but that's coming up. So yeah, that was last night. Had a few beers and played a game and met some guys, and now off to the convention this afternoon. Very excited. Here's something fun that happened at some point while riding along in the park on my Bixie bike. My left ear pod fell out of my ear, I think, when I clipped a pedal and hit a bump, and I realised half an hour later, and so just had to retrace all my steps on the bike, checking Find My Device on my iPhone, and I've just found my earpod covered by a leaf in the park after searching for half an hour. That was fun. Right, so this is the...
Hold on, this is the game. So do we get it? Does the game pop up on the...
They're gonna see, yeah, I assume you'll see the...
Yeah.
yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, so that's... And the green, it doesn't show up. The what? Oh, yeah, that's the border. That's the extremity of... Yeah, don't go cross that line.
Yeah, you gotta keep everything inside the green.
Yeah.
That's so
this is
cool.
awesome.
Interviewing Patrick of the Isles live on the Fire 2 tournament stream after the opening friendly.
Well, so why not? I had so many workers at that point, why not hard dig it and then make Starkland's life a little harder. Didn't really make Door's lives much harder, but it was funny to see that get dug for distance by 3 different players. And you don't, on this map, I don't think you see mermaids on that X very often, so that was fun.
Yeah, Fickles came in to watch the game and he said, "Oh, there's a blue dwelling on that yellow hex. That's fun." Good, interesting thing. Aaron, aka Weber Ejay, opening Terra Mysticon, followed by auction analysis strategy talk, and excuse the not perfect audio on some of these. I got what I can, but they're not always the best sounding.
So our initial plan was to hold your people, and we announced that as of just a few hours ago, we now have 90 people registered as attendees for this event.
Yeah.
What's like immediately, like not just on this setup, but again, more generic sense, like what do you look for? Color wheel.
I think if I can only go one thing, it would just be the color wheel. Like the focus tiles.
The other thing I start to look for usually is pass tiles. How many scoring pass tiles are there? How many like destroying economic pass tiles are there? People who've watched Fire 2 open streams, we talked for 20 to 30 minutes during the auction while everybody's clicking numbers, and like sometimes there's some useful insights, and a lot of times, we're kind of on the shrugging our shoulders until the numbers come out. It's probably close, and then a game happens.
So like we talked about, one thing to think about too, this is like getting a little bit better than ourselves maybe, but as halflings, like you pointed out, you're probably not doing that well on network, right? Like nomads always do really well on network, mermaids and dwarves don't have color neighbors, they're probably going to do really well on network.
Eric, aka Nerdcube, opening the Terra Mysticon World Open.
So, all the games that we're playing over the course of this tournament are going to be on big stack, with no landscapes, with the mini expansion, with no fire and ice, and we're going to do the traditional slow auction. So kind of the most basic thing that you can think of if you played on board game for a long time. That was the arena format, is basic tournaments. The way the qualifiers are going to work, so there's going to be 4 qualifiers over the course of, there's 1 tonight, 2 tomorrow, and then 1 Saturday morning. The scoring system, so as is traditional in a lot of tournaments, the Snellman, first place in a game is going to be worth 6 points. Second place is going to be awarded 3 points, third place is 1 point, and fourth place is 0 points.
Blood on the clock tower.
Beloved town storyteller, what will you do? There's a demon among you. You must find it.
Okay, oh man, what a day. It's currently 5 to 1 o'clock at night, which, I mean, at home, I wouldn't normally stay up past about 10:30, let alone being still, I guess, somewhat jet-lagged, 5 hours ahead in UK time, so I'm like frazzled, both because of the time, but also just the day. So yeah, like a mad day, but it was so good. Like, what just a fantastic day, what a fantastic thing. It's all been, yeah, really cool. I'll try and go through what actually happened. But first, I've got to get home, and the metro has just stopped, so I'm going to have to get one of the Bixie bikes back instead. Good morning. It is the morning after the first day, and it is 9:20 in the morning. I'm on my way back to the conference. I'm actually a bit late because I ended up staying to the death last night to play a game of Blood on the Clock Tower run by Kyle, which was really fun, but it meant it was about 2 a.m. by the time I got my bike back to the Airbnb, because all the metro, we just missed the closing of the metro, so I had a little bit of a line, so sorry to missing Fickles and Barnawall's tall strategy, so sorry to them. I was hoping to see that, but I'll catch it on the stream. So yesterday man, what a day. It's almost too much to go through, but I'll do my best. But it was just fantastic. It felt like, it's really hard to describe, but it felt like just a wonderful event, and I had the best time. It really, felt like something special. What happened? So I was having some lunch and kind of getting ready to go across to the convention, and I got a message from Chris Bizzle, saying, do you want to cast a game that he's going to stream? So I was like, yeah, all right. So I headed across a bit early, and that meant got into the convention a little bit early, which felt like a little bit of a treat, to go and find Chris. Only sort of 15 minutes, 20 minutes early, but I saw Ryan the man outside, and we went in. There's a little Terra Mysticon sign on the door of the convention space, which was pretty cool, felt quite nice. And went in and got my badge and stuff and had a look around, and the setting is just fantastic. It's a great venue anyway, and they've just done such a good job getting it all set up, making it look like a proper con. No, like it is a proper con, but making it look, so legit. And then just stacks and stacks of big Terra Mystica boxes and Age of Innovation boxes sat there waiting to be played. Super cool. And then just like seeing who's around, seeing the organiser around, and you just walk around a corner and then sat on 2 chairs just having a chat like it's just a normal thing, as Zorus and Nerdcube, like the two of the biggest heroes of the world of Terra Mystica, just, casually sat there having a chat. You just walk up, say, hi guys, how's it going? I don't know, it felt like, that part felt like being, I don't know, backstage at the Oscars or something. And getting to meet them in real life. And then, for the next sort of little bit of time, it was just meeting people, saying hi. Just really enjoyable, just like getting to meet people you've met, and people are gradually coming in and you're seeing them and saying hello, giving them hugs, shaking their hands, whatever. Really joyous. And also meeting some new people as well, which I'll say now, if you're listening to this, and there's a lot of people, I'm not always good with names, so if I forget your name and we spoke, I'm sorry, but I have valued everyone I've met and spoken to. But apologies in advance for forgetting people's names. But then Chris Bizzle was it's like I sort of want to use the word flap, but it's kind of a controlled flap, like an eagle. As he's sorting everything out, he's got this amazing streaming table set up for the top table. Then he's got his little back room with the couch and the webcam for the casters. So to sort of test that out and to do a bit of a welcome, we jump on. And suddenly I'm like, after not much time at all, I'm streaming a game with Chris's fiancée Sarah manning the PC, and Chris sat on the desk with me, and we've got our headsets on like professional ESPN sportscasters, and we're doing it. And then Chris pops a cork on a bottle of champagne, and before you know it, I'm talking and I'm 2 glasses of champagne in, having a great time watching a game which was played by Nerdcube, Patrick of the Isles, Bowser Hugs, and Matt the Lesser. So that's good. And something's happened on that stream. So firstly, Chris let slip that Ghostly and Husky were registered attendees after I sort of somewhat sadly thought they were not coming because they were busy, and that sort of like twigged a little bit of a surprise in me that they might be coming, but I wasn't sure, and I was sort of live on there sort of ruminating on that. And then Fickles came on. Mr. Fickles arrived and we spoke, and he sort of said as we were talking, there's this interview with Helga at the start of the convention in about, 45 minutes, half an hour for the opening ceremony. Do you want to do it? Do you want to do the interview? And I was like, yeah, all right, if you want me to. I would love to do it. Obviously, I didn't want them to feel like I was sort of trying to muscle in at this point, because they've set all this up and everything. I haven't had anything to do with it, but felt like I'd do a good job. So he gave me a list of questions to ask Helga live. Then Ghostly and Husky did show up, and to my sort of joy / fury at them, and it turns out that they had sort of been trying to surprise me. I still haven't got the full story, but I think they weren't totally sure, and then they thought they'd surprise me and come over. So then I saw Ghostly live on the air. He put the headset on and I gave him a little kiss on the cheek live on the stream. So if you missed that, try and get the VOD of that. So that was the stream. We finished up, really fun. And then almost straight into the opening ceremony, which was cool. Seeing everyone, Aaron and everyone did a really good job of introducing the convention and setting the rules. Basically just jumped on stage with Helga and did an interview. And I've never really done. I've interviewed folks for the podcast. But I've never really done anything like that live on stage and stuff. It was cool. And I think I was kind of happy that maybe I did a good job of it, hopefully. I made sure everyone rightfully gave Helga a huge round of applause and a big cheer and stuff, which I think he deserves as the designer of this thing that now means that everyone is meeting up in Montreal to play. And we got, I need to check this, I think we got a bit of an exclusive out of him, that there's a Gaia project expansion coming out soon. I think that was like a bit of news, and I got a bit of a reaction from all the audience. So yeah, that was the opening ceremony, and then at that point I was kind of, I'd had 2 champagnes, and then everything had just been so mad, my brain was a bit wired, but I sat down and watched Ranior, Red Alert, Nerdcube and Deep Finesse talk about auction analysis and stuff, which was really well done by them, very well put together and talked about, which is good. Then Nerdcube and Kyle Voxfini introduced the Terra Mysticon World Open first game, and at this point everyone was around, everyone was playing, we had like a full field of players, so everyone sat down to get their games in, and I was happy to be drawn onto the table with Zoras, which was cool, so I got to play Zoras live and in person. Guillaume Zoras, who is just a lovely person, obviously everyone knows that. Also the RKM and Jessica. That was a good game. Zoras won it, although Jessica took him close. I was last, 4th, playing dwarves. Zoras played quite an interesting halflings game actually, where he went for trading posts early, didn't go for the dig round. It was a round 3 dig round, he didn't go for that. So that was fun. And my favourite bit was I got to the beard scratch, that maybe you don't realise it, but you realise it when you hear it, is a staple of the Zoras streaming. And suddenly live I had this little, I'll try and recreate it, just a little scratch of the beard, and I was like, it's the Zoras beard scratch live and in person. So that was cool. But yeah, the World Open game felt quite fun because it was like sort of the buzz and the excitement of the start, and then it sort of nicely quietened down when everyone sort of got down to the Terra Mystica. There was, a little bit of murmuring of conversation, but mostly people just with their heads down playing. You could look across and see what the other tables were. I saw there was a really strong table with, I think it was Matt the Lesser, Faddy B, and was it Bout? No, I don't think it was Bout. Simon Bay maybe on that table. And Ranior and Nerdcube got drawn to play together. All totally random, the drawing, right? So they got to play together. That was funny. And then go around, see who won, see who lost, see how everyone did. After that, at that point, it was sort of 9:30. I spoke to we played. Oh man, I forgot. So then, I wasn't sure what to do, but Jessica, who I'd played in the World Open game with, and her husband Alex, I think. I might be misremembering that name, sorry mate. So also Felipe Bart and Kevin, who is Lady Gaga 2 online, and another guy who I can't remember the name. We played a game called Shadow Hunters, which was a fun, I think it's called Shadow Hunters. It was it's a bit of a social deduction game, but quite an interesting one with a bit more mechanics on it. So that was, quite a cool, different thing. And then at that point I was like, right, I'm very tired, I'm going to go. And I went to say goodbye to Aaron, and he was like, aren't you staying for Blood on the Clock Tower? I was like, what? Blood on the Clock Tower? The best game in the world. I'm real tired, but oh well. And so I had Claybo got some of his Tennessee whiskey, Jack Daniel's liqueur out, and so a few shots of Jack Daniel's liqueur, and then went into the room with the little sofas and stuff, and Kyle Voxfini story told an excellent game of Blood on the Clock Tower. I love Blood on the Clock Tower. It's a fantastic game, perfect for this kind of situation. And I was playing on the good team as a washerwoman, and we won. We executed the demon, and that was it. Then I dashed off, got to the metro station, A nice police officer informed me that no more trains were running in the direction I was going. So I got on a bike, cycled back home. Bike wouldn't lock initially, so I had to go a bit further away. And got back to the Airbnb sort of about 2 a.m. by the time I got back. So that was a long update, sorry. But I wanted to say everything that just happened, because like I said, it felt like just the most marvellous, beautiful thing. All of these people you don't know, or you do know online, getting to see them, getting to meet them, everyone chatting, everyone saying hello, all different people. It really felt like a wonderful event. So, I mean, hopefully this has been said enough, but I'm so grateful to all the organisers for organising such a fantastic thing, making it so great, but even just putting it on at all. This is so good. So I'm off now to get the metro back to the con, and we go again, see what happens today, and yeah, see how we do in the games and everything else. Cheers. Just about to walk into the conference centre, Sidley, into the venue, and I think they'll be in the middle of the second qualifier games, so we'll get a little bit of atmosphere of the room. If it's anything like yesterday, I'm expecting a bit of hush in the room as people concentrate, so let's hear what it sounds like as we walk in and get into the conference for the second day of fun. Okay, so I've come into the Cave of Wisdom. Everyone's playing in their qualifiers. Lots of games. Looks like everybody's engaged. They've actually got, you might be able to hear it on the background, the stream from yesterday. So I'm now watching my stream from yesterday in the friendly game, which is fun. But yeah, lots of competitive energy, watch some games. Got Claybo and Barnawell playing on the feature table. I saw Ghostly's been sat next to Ranior, so he'll be enjoying that. Saw Huskies playing with Brian Voxfini, and yeah, lots of games. We'll see what happens. Watching myself on stream in the Cave of Wisdom on the big TV. Is that weird? I don't know if it's weird. It was nice to see.
Ghostly's here, everyone. Say hi to the world.
Hello world. Well, at least the world watching this. Of course you can. I was watching the Twitch stream, and you were like, Ghost was not funny. And it was like, yeah, he's on this. And you were like, well, I'm going to kiss him and kill him. But I wasn't clear on the order.
I won't kill you. But you're here, you're going to play, you're here all weekend.
We literally we came from the plane in the Uber to here. We've not checked in anywhere yet. We wanted to make the opening ceremonies. We just in time.
Endgame strategy session with Claybo and Terra Steel.
Terra something to get more power. So I do think I actually can block engineers here, and they look like they might run away with the game if I don't block them. So what I actually do is take this hex, I'm going to do that animation. Yeah. I take this hex, so that I double it. Oh no! Because engineers could easily just at the end of the game. But then, okay, I doubled up that hex in order to prevent engineers from being able to build there. So if they were able to build there, they could just bridge town, build a nice little town that way. They also have strongholds, so bridge points for kind of play. But the main reason I did that was to make them build these TPs, which they don't have more than one. It's like not good out for them. And like this one was expensive. I thought that one might have been expensive, but it was not. now. So they're just sinking resources into nothing essentially, just the town. They lose bridge points, they lose bridge points.
Here we go, the first ever live 2v2 Terra Mystica tournament at Terra Mysticon 2023.
That's right.
Est-ce que je vais là parce que je peux connecter par là easy.
So yeah, I mean the past house.
J'ai double speed avant lui, je peux bang bang si je peux faire 20 rounds.
Si je fais ça. It depends on where CM start.
Là je vais où genre?
If CM start there, then...
T'es là? Oui, mais j'ai pas mon bridge. Tu me vois pour ce bridge pour là.
The results of the qualifier matches in the World Open are shown on the big screen.
Oh, actually that's fourth place, because there's a title line.
Oh, me and you.
You're top table.
Felipe's doing good.
Rain is doing it.
Yeah.
My first two tables had Deep Finesse and Rainier on them. That's a hard part.
That's so good seeing it live.
Oh, it turns out I might have to play some more games.
I think you're going to be on the stream thing. But you get the actual turn order thing from Fire and Ice expansion.
But I got used to the moving the little orange guy along the...
Now you get the special thing with the pictures.
And you get to be live on Twitch. Have you ever been live? Have you ever been?
And you get Ejay commenting on your game.
TV2.
Yes.
Oh, but we...
Blood on the clock tower. Game 2.
3 minions. Minions help the demon. They have their own special powers. You don't need to kill the minions to win. You only have to kill the demon. The minions each have their own power. They can mess with people. And then the one demon.
So there's 4 total bad guys in the room.
There are 4 total bad guys. There are 10 good guys and 4 bad guys. You know that for certain. There is one character that might be in. The Baron is a minion that makes it so there's more disadvantaged good guys and fewer advantaged good guys. But otherwise, you know the distribution, and that is always the case.
Okay, that is day 2 of the convention done. Another fantastic day. So I was talking this morning, I woke up late. So when I arrived, the second round of qualifiers was going on. So just chilled for a bit and had a look at one of the Age of Innovation sets, and that looks like a chunky game, but I'm sure once you sort of taught myself a little bit how to play it. Then we got into I actually played Terra Nova next, which was fun. That's the sort of simplified version of Mystica. I really enjoyed playing it in person, actually. I played with Nerdcube and Chris Ho and Evan, and I like the way it's just a simplified version. I think Terra Mystica live is a complicated beast, and something simple is good, and I could imagine teaching that to some of my mates who don't play sort of intricate Euros, and maybe sort of using it as a bit of a gateway game into Terra Mystica. Then I enjoyed seeing Claybo and Terra Steel doing their I can't remember what it was actually, the title of the talk was, End Game or End Game. They were talking about how to finish a game. They had some interesting questions and puzzles for everybody. It was really cool, nicely prepared by those guys. A useful chat. I guess now I'm looking back on it, I didn't actually play that much Terra Mystica today at all, because then it was the evening round of qualifiers for the World Open, the big tournament, the base map, base settings tournament, and I was going to play, but Chris Bizzle was looking for folks to do a broadcast with, and I couldn't turn down that opportunity, so I sat on the sofa, the commentary couch, and watched as Chris Ho, Mr. Fickles, Age, And the fourth player was Red Alert. I watched as they battled it out. It was sort of a crucial game for Fickles and Chris Ho because they both needed a win to sort of really have a realistic chance of progressing. So I watched that with Chris, had a few beers, which was really fun. And then Nerdcube, Eric, when he'd finished his game, came and sat and commentated for a bit with me as well. I placed a 1 beer bet that Fickles playing Halflings would win with Eric and lost because Chris Ho played a great Darklings in game to win, so that was that. But yeah, really fun. And then those guys were just like a lot of post-match analysis. It was a really classic game of Terra Mysticon with like competition for hexes, one player sort of like getting connection, that was Chris, not being blocked despite sort of, it's one of those situations where everybody wants that person to get blocked, but no one wants to spend the resources to actually do the blocking. So Chris Ho got through and connected his Darklings and pulled off the win. He was really happy about that afterwards, which was cool to see. Yeah, so that was that. Then, you know, everyone's having the post-game chats, a lot of buzz. I saw Claybo and Terra Steel playing Ryan the Man and someone else who, sorry, I don't know, in a 2v2, a live and in-person 2v2, which I later found out from Husky is not the first ever live and in-person 2v2 because they've played one before, but it was the first 2v2 of Terra Mysticon. So they did that, and then it was time for the real reason I've attended the Terra Mystica convention, Blood on the Clock Tower. Raya, Kyle, Fox Feeney once again played Storyteller, and we had another great game of Clock Tower. I didn't win this time because the evil team won by executing the Saint. But fair play, evil team, you did well. And the Slayer killed the demon, but it passed the Scarlet Woman, which, unless you play Blood on the Clock Tower, doesn't mean much. But you should play Blood on the Clock Tower because it's super fun. And yeah, that was the end of another really cool day. Just another great day of hanging out, seeing people, chatting. I'm having the time of my life here. I guess it's halfway through now. We've got 2 more days of the convention, 2 more days in Montreal. I'm going to head back to the Airbnb now and get a better night's sleep than last night. And that's us. Good times.
Okay, that's all for part 1, everyone. Join us next time where there'll be more fun and games, including drama like this.
Hello. Wow, that was amazing.
Down conversion is not a thing.
Whoa! And no one knows what the tiebreaker is. They've tied and we don't know who's going into the final.